Hello everyone and welcome to Crafting with Amy. I'm Amy and today I'm participating in Recreation Inspiration Open Playlist. The hosts are Lowly D's Creations, Lady Ray Crafting, and the guest host is Sunflower Tasha DIYs, and I will have their channels linked in my description box. If you just go to the description box and click more, it'll show their channels and then the entire playlist, but I will talk a little bit more about that in a moment. We were supposed to recreate DIYs from other crafters, and I chose Holly with Hot Humble Pie, so her link to her channel will be in my description box as well. I love all of her. She's just amazing. So this is a very, very large sign. I got it at Family Dollar, like half off, and it's thick. So I painted it with Apple Barrel Matte Black Paint, and it took 2 coats, but I removed that leaf. And now I have Flamenco red matte black paint, and I think at this point that I'm going to use gray, elephant gray, but I changed to Christmas green. So these are little planks cut 3 by 3, and then the little rims to the hats, these are going to be hats, are cut 1 inch wide by 4 inches long. And then my husband, I just drew out some snowman faces, and my husband cut them out with his saw, and I painted them with matte white paint by Apple Barrel, and then I printed off some stencils for their faces on my Cricut. I have some from Temu, but they're larger. So I just did different faces for each one. And I'm just tracing them out. And then I use a Sharpie and black matte paint except for the nose. And then I use an orange paint for their noses, carrot noses. And the little piece down there at the bottom is just kind of, that's where their scarf is going to go. So I have 3 different faces. And now I'm taking the Sharpie, because I did not trust myself with the paintbrush. I used to could do it, but I don't know that I can now. So now I have painted the noses on. And I end up putting a little bit of Waverly Antique Wax on the noses and dirtying them up. And I just put some dots for the eyes. And now I'm going to glue the hat. And again, that is I had a wood plank and I cut it 3 by 3. But had I left all of that in, this was going to be way too long. So I'm gluing that to the back, and then I am gluing the rim to the front, and I've got it marked off there where I want to put them, because I've already measured, like on my board. It just depends on how large your board is. I've already measured on my board where these need to be placed, allowing room for their little scarves. And like I said, with the snowman face, she had some pre-cut out things that were about this shape. So I just drew one out for my husband to cut. He has a saw that can do the cutting like that. I just drew out a template And I'm trying to use my little Sure Bonder, and it's not heating up enough, so I end up switching back to my Gorilla hot glue gun. And I didn't veer very much from what she did. You know, there were a few variations. Like in the ribbons and embellishments and stuff like that. I took this ribbon, this is from Hobby Lobby, and I just cut off the red and green portion to put on the green hat. I don't know what I was doing there. I guess I was showing you again. And now I'm just going to glue this around that rim. I have a different ribbon for each. And again, this is Holly with Hot Humble Pie. And she has a lot of subscribers, but in my opinion, she should have like 1,000,000. And then I have this red and black buffalo check that I've cut in half. And I'm going to put around his hat. I glued his hat down too short, I think. And again, this is part of the Recreation Inspiration hosted by Lowly D's Creations, Lady Red Crafting, and the guest host is Sunflower Tasha DIYs. And I encourage you to go sub up to their channels. They're all amazing crafters, and their links will be in my description box, and then the rest of the creators will be in the playlist, and I encourage you to go show them some love and watch the playlist and get some Christmas inspiration. So this is a burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree that I've cut in half. And now I'm using some of that. It's the plastic kind, but it was the only thing I had that was small enough. Greenery from Temu. Temu. I left my camera going. I thought I had shut it off, and I left it going for almost 2 hours while I was doing other stuff. So, yeah. Now I'm just going to glue these down in here, and I have some different little embellishments. I have some red berries. I put a red berry. And I have some little mini silver bells. A white snowflake. It's plastic. That came from Temu. So I kind of make them similar, but a little bit different on each one. For the black one, I think I put a black and white button. And now I'm going to take Waverly Antique Wax and go around just the outer part of their face. I think they're so cute. And I'm sorry I'm out of frame, but I'm just going around the edge. And I end up switching brushes because the hairs on this one was a little wild. And then I have Like I said, that one has a red berry and a silver berry and a black and white check button. And the one with the green hat, I'm calling that the kid. And I have taken some white paint and made it look like snow. This thing is too large for my table. And dry brushed over their hats and even some up over their nose. And I add a little bit of blush to their cheeks. And I'm just marking, because I have my spacing where I want these. But again, it's too large for my table. So I have them all marked. And I'm leaving enough room for their little scarves. And I think this is adorable. I fell in love with it. But it's large. I wish I knew how long that, I should have measured how long that sign is. And now I'm taking some of this. This came, I don't really know. I think Hobby Lobby years ago. It's red and cream colored. And I cut it in half. And I cut some strips, and now I'm just gluing it down on one side. Or well, I'm gluing it down at the bottom. And then I turn it over on itself and glue it down and cut. I cut some off, and then I cut little slits to make it look like the fringe. And then I do that to the other two as well. And I make a bow out of that same ribbon for the top. But I don't know if I have that in here or not. I just made an awareness bow. And again, I just absolutely love this. And other than the changing of the ribbons and stuff like that, and the different faces, that's the only differences, I think. Oh, and adding the bow to the top. So you'll have to let me know what you think about this one. I like it. I think it's cute. But it's so big. And it's heavy. That was a nice sign. And it came from the Family Dollar side. It was a fall sign, but they had it on sale. So there it is, finished. And I don't know how to get a picture of hers for comparison. But again, I will link her channel, Holly with Hot Humble Pie. And for DIY number 2, I absolutely love this one. Hers was larger. She used 8x10 frames. But the reason I didn't is because our Dollar Tree is no longer carrying that wall tile that I like. And the one that she used it also, but it's my favorite wall tile. But I'm taking these 4 frames. They're 5x7s. And I'm painting them all white. And now I have taken the back. I took the glass out. But I'm using the back, and I'm cutting. I had like 3 and a portion of one of these left. And like I said, I love these wall tiles. They're my favorite, but they have stopped carrying them. I went because I wanted it to be centered in the middle, and I went to see if they had no more. Last time I went, they had them in the automotive section. So I've used that same template because they will go. I'll glue them to the backs of those frames. And I'm taking, at first I was going to use crimson red, but I wasn't crazy about it, so I'm using Apple Barrel Matte Bright Red. And this took a couple of coats, and I used my sponge brush. And the frames took a couple of coats of the white. But I didn't show me painting. It's just painting. Now I'm going to take the white and dry brush the raised up areas on these tiles. I love these tiles. They have some still yet that look like brick or something, but these are my favorite. And now I have them all dry brushed, and I'm going to glue them to the backs because I go ahead and use the back. I took the little stand that they use. I took it off. And now I'm just going to glue all of these down with my hot glue gun. And put it into the frame. And I leave, there's little hangers. I make sure the top two, I leave the hangers for the top two exposed when I cover the back. You can see there where I ripped off the little cardboard stand to stand it up, but it also has little connectors to hang. I pulled one of those up to take the picture out, or the glass out, and that one's missing. It broke off, so I'm going to add some glue there. And of course, since these are Dollar Tree, they're very cheap. But I'm going to take hot glue and glue them together side by side, two at a time. And now I'm going to take, she recommended, and I'd never thought of this because I would have put popsicle sticks. She said that would be too heavy, and she used larger. So she recommended taking poster board for the joints where they're glued together, and apply a lot of hot glue. And then glue that down. And then I glue the other two frames side by side and do the same thing. I've never painted those tiles red, but my husband even liked it because his team, his basketball team, their colors are red. Now I'm taking a longer piece. I've glued them all together. No, I haven't yet. I cut out little notches because I'm going to take, that's where those hangers are. So you could use some wire or just hang them with the nails, with some nails. And I'm applying this to the entire back. But I did go ahead and glue the two sets of two together and put the poster board to stabilize that. Now I'm going in, well, here I'm just touching up, but I took some paint and went in the cracks. If it's too big of a crack, you could put wood filler, but the paint worked. Now she used a wreath, but I have these two little, I don't even know what they are, from Dollar Tree. And I'm sorry I'm out of frame. I'm taking two of them and I'm going to use zip ties to tie them together to join them, because I wanted it fuller than just one. And some of the berries, those foam berries from Dollar Tree, you know, sometimes they, the foam shows through like they're kind of broken or chipped. So I took some of that red paint and went over the berries to touch them up. And now I'm going to use two zip ties to attach these. And I just love that. I wish it was to where I could have had the center of the, you know, for them to all look uniform, but it just wasn't happening. So to hang this, I'm going to take some ribbon, that buffalo check, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to fold it in half and attach it with glue. I think I even used a zip tie. I glue it, and then I glue it to the little wreath around it. And now I made a little bow, and I just took that extra and took it around to the back and hot glued it and put some masking tape over it. And I absolutely love that. And that's my husband's team's colors. So you'll have to let me know what you think about this one. And if you are new here, I want to welcome you. And I hope if you like the content, you'll consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, leaving me a comment. And if you are a returning subscriber, I really do appreciate you all. Now for this one, she had a house shape and she put Santa paper on it. I thought I had a house shape, but I didn't. So I've got this little tray that came from Temu, and I'm going to use that paper with a deer on it. And I had a time. I'm taking this metallic. I was going to do the, I don't know what color that was, but it wasn't showing up. So I went with this metallic silver. And I have these little bitty, like, drawer pulls from Temu. And I was going to do those in silver, and I'm like, no, I want to do them in copper. So this also came from Temu. I really don't know what it is. It's like fall leaves. But I thought, well, they'd look cool. So I've taped them down to this mat and used the metallic copper. I first tried to use a copper stamp, but it wasn't working that well. And I had a time, bless its heart. The deer, I went to cut it, and I cut the wrong end. I cut its antlers off. Then I grabbed another one, and I made it too short. My glue stick would not adhere to that surface. I don't know if it was the paint. So I ended up having to take Mod Podge. And now I'm taking some of that little leaf. I really don't know what it is, but it did come from Temu. So this isn't, I didn't have a house. And I've got some sandpaper, but and I'm just gluing this. I just use a little bit of hot glue, and I think I got the Sure Bonder back out for this because it has a more precise tip, and it's okay for lightweight stuff like this, but I normally have to use my Gorilla Hot Glue gun. And now I have these little pine cones from Temu. Trying to figure out where I want to put those. And again, I don't know how I could show pictures of hers to compare, but I will have the link to her channel and the videos. It was 2 different videos that I used of her creations, and I'll have those in the description box. Y'all be sure to go check out the hosts and their channels, the guest host, and all the others in the playlist. I'm going to be in another collaboration, but I'm not sure when. So be on the lookout for that. And all of the items that I used, I always put them in the description box. You just click on it and hit more, and it will show you. I think he's cute. He's got a, like, I don't know, a coat on. But I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to thank the host for allowing me to join the playlist. And you all have a great rest of your week. Thank you.